Good evening. Welcome to ExPat InSights. I'm your host, Raju Mantian. Here at ExPat InSights, we take external views of internal successes by foreigners, expats, and immigrants who have made Philippines their home. Tonight, we are especially honored because we have not just one, two, but we have three guests, and the subject matter we are talking about is really, really important. We are talking about engagement and abundance. Translated, happiness and wealth. That's what we are talking about from the perspective of two Asian trainers and also another Asian person who's going to follow through. We will talk about how to be happy and thus become wealthy, or feel abundant at least. So my guests tonight are two trainers from Malaysia, Anthony Kong, who comes to the Philippines very often, and Miss Kitty Chang. Both of them really dynamic, fun Malaysian trainers, so truly Asians. So welcome to ExPat InSights, and
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tell me what's fun about the Philippines.
Well, I love the mangoes here. The first thing that attracts me is the mangoes. And secondly is, of course, the people. I feel so much at home here in Philippines. Mainly because everywhere around the street, people smile and they say hello.
Except me.
Good evening.
Yeah.
So it's very great walking on the street and seeing beautiful, smiling people.
So mango is more fun in the Philippines. All right. How about you, Anthony? What's fun for you in the Philippines?
I love the people here. They are very friendly, always like to offer their help. Because I've been here for like almost 10 years in the Philippines.
You come and go
Yeah,
for 10
come and
years.
go for 10 years. So in a way, this is like my second home.
Mm.
You know, so I'm like so-called naturalized. Some people think that I'm even more Filipino than the Filipinos.
Just say something in Tagalog to justify that statement.
Kamusta ka?
Okay po ako. Kayo, kamusta na?
Wait. There's a word called ayos.
Ayos din.
Ayos din, yes, ayos.
Tell us now about the work you do. You know, the kind of work you do. Can you profile it for us, define it for us?
Okay, now one of the things that you have mentioned is that we do training, and the thing that we do in training has a lot to do with how the mind works and how we create our wealth and happiness from within. So what happens is this, like you talk about engagement and wealth. Now to us, wealth, the myth is this: people relate wealth immediately to money and riches. Well, that is a part of it. The bigger part of wealth is about your relationship with yourself, with your family, whether you're happy, your well-being, yeah, and how well you manage, of course, your money. Right? So what happens is this: a lot of things it starts off with the mind, and that's why we want to focus on how people see themselves in relationship with wealth, with money, and their happiness in life. Yeah.
Are you done?
Yes. Thank
Okay. So let me just rephrase that. You're saying that everything that a person feels about money, wealth, health, well-being, relationships are perspectives coming from the mind.
Yes.
Is there anything that doesn't come from the mind? Like money?
Well, what we believe is in this is that a lot of things the creation begins in our mind and in our heart. What happens physically in the realm is a manifestation and affirmation that, okay, I have this table here. Yeah, it's just to reaffirm what's in the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to add?
Because I believe wealth, first, it will start within yourself. You see, a lot of people, they can achieve success, they can earn a lot of money, they can have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, but I'm sure you know many news or stories that these people just lose it overnight.
I don't know such stories.
Okay.
I know people who have lost it in a minute.
Yeah, they can lost it in a minute.
Yeah.
So it is because, first of all, they don't have the inner peace within themselves. So for me, in my personal opinion, first, you must have the wealth within you.
So you must be wealthy inside.
Yes, wealthy inside. Then it only can translate to the outer world.
I give you a simple real-life example. Recently, a close friend of mine. Now, one of the things around my life is that there are people who are very, very nice and generous, but sometimes they go through their challenges too. So I happen to know this couple recently. What happens is this: they are financially unstable because their previous business just got turned over, and they lost quite a lot of money. Now, the thing is this: what I felt wealthy about them is that when they met this family, a single mother and two daughters, and they are striving to work hard to make a difference for themselves, although they are struggling a little bit with the money because of their debts and the business turnover, what happens is they were still willing to give in support of this family. They took them in, one of the daughter as their goddaughter, and start supporting them.
So you're saying a couple who lost their material wealth, bank balances, and then they took charge of a single mother and a child and supported them even though their personal material resources were not enough for them, yet they felt abundant enough to support somebody else. Is that right? That you consider a wealthy mindset?
Now, I don't think that they feel not enough. The physical may seem not enough, but before we move to abundance, we have to come to this place where we feel enough, where we feel sufficient.
Contentment.
Yes.
Contentment is the right word, or?
Contentment, sufficient. We like to use sufficient and enough.
Sufficient.
Yeah. So they feel that they can live with whatever that they're earning currently. They're rebuilding their life, and there is enough for them to share a little bit more with people.
Okay, so I kind of grasp the belief system behind what you're saying, no? So we'll be taking a break in a couple of minutes. No? What I want to know is, what do you do about this aspect of human behavior or social behavior? What is it that you do? What is it that you do that's different compared to others?
Okay.
Anthony.
I think one of the things that we do is, first of all, we have to let these people who attend our programs or seminar, they have to realize what they are passionate in.
I'm sorry?
What they are passionate in.
What they're passionate about.
Yeah, what they're passionate about. Because in a lot of cases where, based on my experience, and those people who have engaged me for my work, they often complain that they are not happy in their job, they are not happy in their work, even though they have, like, you know, recently one of my friends said he just got a $1 million deal, but he's not happy.
Yeah.
Then I asked him why, because he told me, first of all, my heart feels something weird, you know. I don't feel that I want to take the job, but I have to take it because it is my job. So in the end of the day, I asked him, do you feel fulfilled, or do you feel happy when you receive this this $1 million deal? He said no.
Right.
Then I asked him, why do you need to do that? Why don't you use your energy and your resources to do something that you're happy about? Because only when you do that, the money that you earn, that is when the meanings comes in.
Oh, okay. Good. A break's just coming up. So let me just rephrase or paraphrase that.
Yes.
You're saying, so if you get $1 million transaction, not really profit, and you're not happy with it, don't do it. Do something that's $1,000, but you're happy with it. And then that $1,000 will seem like $1 million. On the other hand, $1 million will seem like $1,000.
Yes.
But so it's still a mindset question, no?
Yes.
Well, now, the thing is this, to me, it's slightly unfair to say that if there's a $1 million deal, don't take it because your heart is not in it, and then you compare it to a $1,000 deal. Now, what we believe is money attracts money as well. So what happens is this, even if they have a $1 million contract, they take it on, they are not happy, soon enough, the money will just blow away.
It'll go negative.
Yeah. So if you start off and compound it, then it will build up a lot more for you.
All right. Let's we'll come back from because. We'll take it back from because. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Anthony Kong, consultant, trainer, and happiness expert, or wealth expert, and Miss Kitty Chang from Malaysia, and we're talking about engagement and abundance. I'm your host, Raju Mandian. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back and start with because. Good evening. Welcome back. I'm your host, Raju Mandian. You're watching ExPat InSights, and our guests tonight are Anthony Kong and Kitty Chang, and we are talking about engagement and abundance, which should appear there very quickly on the screen, and which means, of course, happiness and feeling wealthy at the same time from the Asian perspective. And we were talking to Anthony and Kitty, and he was telling us about, well, he stopped at because. So let's go on with because.
Okay, because when for example, this guy, when you have $1 million deal,
right?
Okay, he don't feel comfortable taking it because he's not certain of where he's heading to. Where about when the person who have $1,000, for example, like what Kitty mentioned, when he has a $1,000, first of all, he is happier.
Yeah.
Okay? He is certain where he is heading to.
Yeah.
So when you are certain when you are heading to, that 1,000 can be multiplied to 2,000. You just bring that feeling towards the future. 2,000 to 5,000 to 100,000 to a million. Where those who are not certain when getting that $1 million deal, what happens is when you're not certain, your brain contracts.
Gives up, surrenders.
Yeah, surrender.
Becomes nasty.
Yeah.
Becomes, in Tagalog we call it, becomes sungit, no?
Yes.
So you're saying that they should have a direction in life,
Yes.
which here in the Philippines, we are mostly Christian people here, and we call it have a purpose life, a purposeful life. So thus, have a purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Have a purpose-driven life. Like
The book. I didn't write it.
Yes.
Right. So have a purpose-driven life to be engaged in everything you do, and whether that be at work or at society or in the family.
Yes. In your relationship as well.
So be purpose-driven, no?
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah, finding your purpose is step one.
Yeah.
Because now, when you find your purpose, you feel so much contentment and satisfaction inside that automatically commitment and every other things just jump into it for us to keep moving forward and forward and forward. Now, purpose is just step one. The other thing is what we call it as P-E-E, not the peeing P, but it's an acronym. Right
I
now.
can see that.
Yeah. So after finding your purpose-driven life, what you want to do is to start surrounding yourself with people and friends who are supportive of you, who are supportive of your success, and who's willing to push you up further. Now, I give you a simple example. Back then when I was younger, now I'm not very old, but when I was younger, I was very unhappy.
You were?
Yes.
You were younger or unhappy? Both. Okay.
Younger and unhappy, and I was completely clueless on what I want to do in life. And when I started learning and going into self-exploration and understanding more into myself, I realized my purpose in life. And the other thing that I noticed is this. Some of my friends around were not as supportive. So it made it relatively tough for me until I start mingling with a group of people that will always be there to support me. When I'm down, they're there. When I'm up, they're celebrating with me. Yeah, so these are the people that supports me, affirms my mind and my heart to keep moving. So
since she was young and now that she is not anymore, I missed 4 questions. Question number 1, see if I can remember, see if my not so younger mind remembers this. So number 1, between finding the purpose, having a purpose, yeah, I want to ask you how to find it, but having a purpose and having no purpose, no?
Yeah.
There are people in this world who are purpose-driven. They know what they're doing, seemingly, correct? They know what they're doing. There are others who are going around mindlessly. But the mindless ones are sometimes happy and wealthy. And they're happy too. So how do you distinguish the two? That I'm purpose-driven. I want to build this mountain, this skyscraper, this bridge, you know? And I'm kind of too angst-driven about what I'm doing. But there's somebody who's doing nothing, just sitting by the beach and smoking a cigar, wearing a Mexican hat, no purpose, happy. So how do you differentiate these two groups first?
I think it's there's 2 words I can say.
2 words, okay?
Either you complicate things or you simplify things.
Right.
A lot of people, when, for example, you say build a skyscraper, you have the purpose, but sometimes you complicate things too much. As you grow, you try to think a lot. That's what happened to us. In this society, we have information that's going very quickly. And we're always being like distracted with a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Some people who are like, for example, the mindless one, you know, who just go to the beach and drink cigar, because they don't think so complicated.
Oh, so
they simplify things.
Simplify it.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. At least to me, at least to my old mind, younger body, old mind, it makes a little sense that the fact that somebody has a purpose because of the noise.
Yes.
Because of the noise of the environment and the noise from inside their mind, there's so much yes, no, possible, not possible, that they become unhappy even though they have a good purpose. While the others, small purpose or no purpose, so it's a single track for them. It's a simple path for them. Am I right?
Yes.
In a way, yeah. Now,
okay.
the thing is this, I personally have got no judgment what people do, whether they just laze around, do nothing, if that's their life that they want to live. Now, at the end of the day, sometimes there are people who seems happy, but underlying they may not be, because we are smart in avoiding showing who we are.
Oh,
right?
Masquerades, charades,
Yes.
that's what we do. So we put on a mask thing,
Yeah.
I'm happy, and I'm not. No, and I'm not. No?
Yeah.
Question, going back, of the 4 questions, one of the questions, so I'm one of those mindless persons. For example, if I were, no, how do I really find my purpose? How do I find meaning and purpose in my life? What decides it? Where do I get it? What kind of E is equal to MC squared do I have to do to discover my purpose?
Okay, now I'm going to share with you one of the tools that we use in our training. It's called Passion to Profit, right?
Passion to Profit, yeah.
Yes. So one of the things that we do in there is that I'll ask you to begin a process where I'm going to ask you to sit down with a couple of pieces of paper and start writing. Right? One of the first things I'm going to ask you to write is that write down every single thing that you're happy doing, that you're passionate about, that you enjoy doing and you like doing. Now, things that you enjoy and you're passionate about may not be things that you're great at. Right? So it doesn't matter, even if you like to sleep, it's okay, put down in the list. I'll ask you to list at least 100 to 200 in the list.
Things,
that's the first list.
Words, yeah.
Right? Now, the second list that we do is that we'll ask you to list down things that you are great at or you can be great at. Now, things that you are great at or can be great at may not necessarily mean things that you enjoy. Some people are great in programming, in computers and programming, but they may not enjoy it. They may like to go speak to people and things like that. So that's why we ask you to do 2 separate lists first, and then what happens, you compile it into one list on the overlapping.
Okay.
So from there itself, now that's only the first and second step. The other step about it is that we'll begin a process on what's your judgment on it. Then we work on it and work further and further and further to get to where you feel okay, you feel happy, you feel at ease with it. Then we will move into the part where how it can turn into a business or possibly a life purpose that you walk, something that generates for you.
I'd like to say it over all again. Why? Because number 1, I want to remember what I'm saying. 2, that maybe some people just understand Indian English and some people don't understand English. So what you're saying is first make a list of what you enjoy passionately. It could be sleeping, which is the worst scenario, of course. And then what you are good at. So therefore passion plus competencies. You enjoy that. Then you take and combine and make short list, which is a combination of the 2, and then progress further or shortlist it further until you say, I'm going to be a chef. Right? My purpose in life is to cook for other people. Would that be the process to do it?
Yes, that's
okay, I got it right. So I want to do that. Huh? Your views, yes.
At the same time, for example, if he loves to be a chef, right, he must find the reason why he wants to be a chef. Because when, for example, if I want to be a chef, there is more within myself.
Right.
So in a way to extend it further, to ask a further question, why do you want to be a chef? So some people can be, I like to see people getting fat. I like people to enjoy eating the food, you know, because when I see them eating the dishes that I prepare, it just gives me that kind of happiness and joy where money cannot buy. So when you just have this kind of process repeatedly, you will be a successful chef.
So thus, let me again see if I understand this. This is important to me. You know? I want to be successful, I want to be wealthy, I want to be engaged in what I do. So you're saying I found out that I want to be a host. Then I find out my being a host, how does it serve the bigger purpose? That means how does it help people outside of me? When I say outside of me, that would start with my immediate family and my community and then my business, etc. So it spreads. So it should gather in and expand. Am I right? In Tagalog, the question would be tama ba ako?
Tama.
Tama po. Okay.
So
Fine.
In short, we call it the bigger your why is, the easier the how is.
Somebody just asked me that yesterday. The why, how, and what. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, at least I answered it sensibly. All right. So this is what you do in workshops and trainings in Malaysia and Philippines. And what else do you do? I mean, do you do this in the Philippines? Do you run workshops? What do you call this workshop? What is the seminar, workshop, book? What do you call it?
We have 3 programs here in the Philippines in the coming up future.
Coming up in the future.
Yeah, one is called Road to Riches.
Road to Riches.
ROAD, the Road to Riches. Second is Market to Millions. 3 is Passion to Profit. So what's the difference between these 3? Road to Riches, first of all, is to find your directions, and then number 2 is we go into how you manage your money. Find the reason why the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. So that is the Road to Riches.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Market to Millions. Okay, based on statistics, every 10 business that's setting up, 80% of them fail. Okay.
90.
100. Let's say for example, 100 companies being set up in a year. 90% of them will fail. Okay. One of the reasons why most businesses fail is because first of all, they don't know how to market their products and services. Number 2 is they don't know how to close the sale. So if you don't have these 2 together, end of the day, no matter how great your product is, your business is going to close down if people don't know about your product. So that's where Market to Millions comes in, where you market yourself to millions of people, or you market yourself to millions of dollars, or your business to millions of dollars. Passion to Profit is to find your own passion, the things that you enjoy, and make it into profit. You know, my mom always tells me that don't be a trainer, don't be a speaker, you can't make money. That's based on her perception. But I've been doing a lot of things that's non-training in the past. I don't find any fulfillment, I'm not happy. In the end of the day, I don't earn any. So when I find my own passion, the things that I love, which is doing training, coaching and mentoring, I find more fulfillment, and that is when I earn more and more money. Money is just a result of what I do.
Good. So actually the way I see it, Road to Riches, Market to Millions, Passion for Profit, it seems aligned with the theory or the concept that Kitty was talking about. That means find your passion, competency, and then spread it out. So marketing is spreading it out, no? Well, looks like I have an idea on how to become rich starting tomorrow morning, no? Because until now I've been like running around like crazy. I have a question, and this I just discovered. There's a man who picks up garbage from the casinos and restaurants from Las Vegas. He never planned it. He didn't have a purpose of picking up garbage from the casinos and restaurants in Las Vegas. Today, he doesn't enjoy the job. He never dreamed of it. It's not his competency. He would never write down that I want to pick up garbage from Las Vegas. But he's extremely rich, extremely satisfied, but he's doing what he doesn't like. He never planned for, never dreamed for. How do you justify that against the concept and the theories that you just stated for me?
Okay, sometimes it comes to your family background.
Right.
You know, sometimes you can be not happy in what you do, but when you go back home, you have a family that you love. They will kind of recharge you. Or if let's say you believe in God, you know that God will provide me abundance. God will provide me prosperity. So in a way, it kind of compensates in the things that you do. It kind of solidifies your love, your why, and the reason why you do what you do. For example, some people, if let's say he don't like to collect the garbage, but the money that he earns from collecting the garbage, in a way, serves his family.
Serves the other needs of his life. So, like she mentioned, the wheel of life, money, relationships, spirituality, well-being, etc. So the other 3 or 4 support the journey towards his fulfillment. Very nice.
The thing is this, sometimes things that we are passionate about or we like to do may not be consciously in our mind something that is pleasurable,
Yeah.
it may not be something that is easy. It could take, especially, I give you an example, like us, we are trainers, right? Now, people think trainers are nice in front of stage and it's all fluff and all these kind of things and we're amazing, blah, 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 blah. But people don't know what we do behind the scene, the hours that we put into it, the late nights that we take on, the personal work that we took onto ourselves to learn further.
Until you drive the results.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, if it's this man, what happens is this: I would love to personally talk to him and ask him a couple of questions to see whether is it really something that is unhappy for him, or is it something that he is silently happy about that we may not know of.
So
right?
we're talking of something in the unconscious mind. Yeah? Something happy and positive in the unconscious mind. On that note, what I'd like to do is introduce the next speaker, who's the next guest, I'm sorry, not the speaker, and he's the author of The Power of the Unconscious Mind, Dr. Arul Nathan. He'll be coming up after the break to substantiate, to justify, to probably respond on what Anthony and Kitty have just told us, ladies and gentlemen. So wait and watch to listen to Dr. Arul. So I'm happy with this interview. Thank you very much for giving us these insights. And we're about to wrap up. I just want to know, what are these balls and this is George Washington doing here on the table?
Okay,
quickly, yeah.
Quickly, like I said just now, the P that we're talking about, the
P,
first P,
P.
P-E-E. P is people. The second thing is the environment that you're in. If you work, go back and you see a messy house, you get even more agitated, right?
Right.
So it's about getting your environment to be happy and to be supportive of you. So one of the things that I do in my environment is that I allow myself
Slowly a bit. I mean, we have time, but don't speak fast. Yeah. Yeah.
to play. So I have toys. We have a lot of toys everywhere, even in our training, just for us to play about. See,
Hey.
it's fun to just suddenly, see your partner. You just take a ball and throw and smile, and you just started brightening up. So it's about people, your environment, making it happy.
Yeah.
And the last E is about education. Are you getting the
Yeah.
right education to
Yeah.
support you?
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
Yeah.
One more for the camera. There you go. No, he was asking me for it.
Yeah.
So there you go, the P-E-E, people, environment, and education. Yeah.
People, environment, and education. Okay.
Yeah. So now this note is that what we believe is that a lot of things can create in here. Now the things about making it physical so that it happens for us is about taking action. So very quickly, if you are all right, we play a short game with you.
1 minute.
Okay? Yes.
Okay.
I'm exchanging this note for anything at all today.
I can give you a 10 peso note. We don't have one in the
I am
Philippines.
exchanging this note for anything at all today.
Okay.
I am exchanging this note for anything at all.
I should say that?
Today. No, I'm just saying I am exchanging this note for anything at all today.
Okay.
I am exchanging this note
No
for
one is exchanging, I
anything.
just get it. Yes.
Thank you. So now this is a short
I
game.
missed my opportunity to make $10 on the show today. So that's why it is. One more time.
Yes.
That opportunity knocked twice. So
now this tie into it is where in our training it's quite common. People say, I want this, I'll give you this for that, and things like that. Now at the end of the day, the person who got this note is the person that rushed up to us and exchanged the note with
you
us.
were offering it. I'm thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah. So it is about taking action, 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 and action.
I love that part. I love that part. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Mine. $10. So thank you very much for being on
Thank you
ExPat
so
Insights.
much.
Thank you. It's
Anthony
our honor
and
to have
Kitty
you.
Chang.
Yes, thank
And
you.
if you have 30 seconds, you can plug your website or anything, or just say goodbye if you wish in Malaysian.
Okay. You can visit us at www.signatureToSuccess/R2R. signatureToSuccess.com/R2R. So in Malaysia, to say goodbye, we'll say Selamat tinggal.
Yes.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Okay.
If you want to get a hook of us, you can contact, for example, me. You can look at my Twitter account, twitter.com/ANTSKONG,
Anthony Kong.
or my fan page in Facebook, www.facebook.com/AnthonyKong.com.
see. Salamat and gracias.
Selamat tinggal.
Muchas and
Selamat po.
mabuhay.
Selamat po.
Yeah. So that's Anthony Kong and Kitty Chan, and we will come back and talk to the author of The Power of the Unconscious Mind, Dr. Arulnathan, also a Malaysian, and he'll give us the deeper insights on a subject matter which is already deep. So stay with us. I'm your host Raju Mandia, and this is ExPat InSights.